The following may contain strong opinionated views. The views and opinions expressed on this show does not necessarily reflect the views or the opinions of any social media or broadcast platform.
Hi, welcome to the Coffee Hour, a show that involves you in verbal interaction. Sports with Brian Camp. So settle in with coffee in hand and enjoy the Coffee Hour. Now here's your host, Frank Allan.
TGIF, thank God it's Friday, and we're here once again on another Friday, and we're all here together, gathering around the breakfast table, or wherever you congregate on a Friday. You could be at work right now, and we're coming to you live from New York City. That's where we originate, but the show doesn't stop there because we're all over the world. We're global, and the name of the show is called The Coffee Hour, where we meet every Friday at this time. And of course, all of us get together, have a little fun, have a little coffee conversation, and we'd like to get you in on the conversation as well. And you can do that by using your computer keyboard on your laptop or your desktop or even your telephone and, of course, your tablet as well. You can find us here and you can type in whatever you want to talk about. We'll see you right there on the big screen. And of course, what we're going to do is recognize all of your thoughts and ideas. That's what the show is all about, free exchange of ideas and of opinions. And of course, all of us have them. You have them. I have them. So what we're going to do is take all of the opinions that we have, you and I, and the rest of the world, and combine as one group and express them right here at any time. Now, we want to thank all of our people who've been with us for all of these years. Of course, we thank you so much for being here once again. We're going to continue to thank you because you're so loyal and you come back each week. We also want to thank the people who may be here for the very first time. We want to thank you because we're going to show you what this show is all about. We get started with the show. As the host, I get things revved up. I go into the mode of, we prep. And while I'm doing that, you can at any time use the keyboard on your computer or whatever device you're watching us on, type in, and I'll see you right there. Now, if there's any specific thing that you want to talk about, any topic, because I may throw out a topic, but we don't have to linger for the whole day, but you may have something that you want to add in, feel free. That's what it's all about. We're glad to have you aboard with us later on in the program. We're going to give you those movies. That's like the program because I have a collection of movies taken from Turner Classic Movies that I always bring to you. And what I do with that is I deliver that, pick out the ones that I think that are all, worth watching and present them to you. They're mostly classics, and I'll have that coming along later on in the program. And remember that all of the views and the opinions expressed on this show, The Coffee Hour, does not necessarily reflect the view or the opinions of the people of YouTube, Facebook, Zoom, or any other social media outlet or broadcast facility. So with that being said, let's raise our cups. Let's do what we normally do because whatever beverage you have, enjoy it with us. We hope it's coffee, tea, whatever it is. So excuse me while I shoot up. What would the coffee hour be without a little coffee? I'll put that aside because I may want to have some a little later on. Thank you so much for being along with us. And my guest, Brian Camp, is here with me from Charlotte, North Carolina. And it's here, sunny in New York. I'm proud to say it's sunny in New York, but we'll have a full weather forecast for all of you guys later.
Well, here, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be around the world. I'm coming to you live from Charlotte, North Carolina, where it's 58 degrees and cloudy. It's a dismal day, but it's a day that we appreciate, that we do embrace. We don't want nothing to say that we are upset with this day. It's good to be in the land of the living. So, but it is a gloomy day today. this is perfect sleeping weather. But as we head into the weekend, we got a lot to discuss and a lot to do. So let's just sit back for the next 60 minutes or so and enjoy.
We're certainly not going to send you your sunshine back. We're keeping it. We're,
That's okay.
we don't
That's
get a
okay.
lot. We're going to keep it.
Oh, we
Uh,
have plenty. We have plenty in our back pocket. So, you
yeah, I
know,
know. I know. As you
mhm,
say, there's more where that came from. I know. I know.
yeah,
I want to say good morning to Warren Dansler. He's watching us on Facebook this morning. He's coming with us on the show from Greensboro, North Carolina, and he's got cloudy skies over there, just like you. He's got
yeah.
55 degrees. That's what he has presently. He's going up to 68, and it's cloudy, just like you guys. So I'm
Yep.
sorry. I feel bad. Well, no, I can't say I feel bad
You
for
don't have to
you.
feel bad for us. We're gonna make that up in one day for what you
I
could
know.
wish that you have for a week. So,
I know. I know. Because we go yo-yo around here. So
oh
far
yeah.
has been clouds and sun and clouds and sun, and we just don't know. So
Mhm.
while the sun is here, I'm gonna bask in it. Bask in the
Yeah,
glow. That's about it. Hey, it's the first day of May, the very first day of May, a brand new month for all of us. Time's going by pretty quick. And before you know it, um, I mean, you've got a lot of heat, where you are, but we're going to get it pretty soon. Gradually get that summertime weather. We're in the month of spring right now, but gradually we'll get it. We'll get it.
but this is where the flowers start to bloom. So that's why it's called the month of May, where May the flowers start blooming, and they will start blooming, and you're gonna see maybe get some allergies that will probably come in to affect us, and the pollen, that yellow stuff that be on our cars that make us a little dreary and sick as well. But other than that, the weather's getting warmer and is getting weather soon.
In some places, depending on where you are here in New York, and probably even where you are, you see those cherry blossoms start to bloom. They look so pretty. Uh,
Absolutely.
look good. But if you go to Central Park here in New York City, there's a lot of
Mhm.
them.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is the month of May, and this month of May, we do a little celebration. We've got a brand new month, so we do more celebration this month, all month long. We're going to be selling Jewish American Heritage Month. So we've got a lot of things to talk about then. And of course, everyone in the Jewish community, my Jewish brothers and sisters and friends, we want to celebrate you. And if there's something that you want to talk about, maybe activities in your community, let us know and we'll put it out there as well. Also, it's also Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. All of these great things we're celebrating here. So, to all of my Asian American friends from the Pacific Islands as well, and their heritage, we want to also acknowledge. These are indigenous people, some, and of course, we want to celebrate you. So if you have anything to talk about in that regard, even about the culture, anything at all, you could talk about it right here on the coffee hour.
Mhm.
Now, we also want to make sure that everyone has their blood tested. So it's National Blood Education Pressure Month. So not only do you have your blood tested, but make sure your blood pressure is the norm. It's National Blood Education Pressure Month. And I do that often. And everyone should. You don't have to wait to go to your doctor to do it. You want to make sure that you can do it at home. A lot of people do it at home. I do it at home. Check your blood pressure and make sure it's at a certain level. And if it's not, see your doctor and see what you can do to lower your blood pressure. There's a lot of great things that you can do to lower your blood pressure. You don't have to live with high blood pressure. Now, if you're a person that inherits high blood pressure like I do, of course, there's medications and all kinds of things that you can take. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. Also, it's also another important thing. Got to take care of the pearly whites, right? It's National Dental Month, Dental Care Month. Make sure we
Mm.
take. I love to smile, and I want to keep these pearlies as long as I can. So, I, which reminds me, I got a dental appointment for my cleaning. Everything is up to par. I just have to go for a cleaning or later on this month. So I'm taking care of business here. And for our military families, National Military Appreciation Month. So we want to pay homage and send out all of our blessings and our thoughts and our love to all of our military. If no one loves you, we do here. Just keep that in mind. Someone loves you. We love you here. We appreciate you. My dad was in the military. I didn't serve in the military, but my dad was in the military. I have a couple of nephews that served in the military. And so we want to just send howdy to all of you guys out there. What do you think, Brian?
Yes, I mean, listen, we love our soldiers. They serve our country. They served it well.
Mhm.
I think what this country needs right now is to take care of our veterans because they put their lives on the line. And I don't care who was the president, they fought to protect the borders of the United States of America.
Right.
And that's important that they be recognized. And from anywhere from the time that we gained our independence to World War II, World War One, any kind of war, they deserve to be at least respected and to be acknowledged. That's important. There's a long history with this country about our veterans, especially when it comes to people of color. I mean,
Mhm.
let's call it like what we see. We have not been treated fairly when returning home from overseas.
Right.
But we'll talk about that. But yes, I do have a question. What is Islander Month? I know you mentioned Asian.
Yeah, right. What that is, it's people, Asian people from like the Pacific Islands, like Fiji and places like that. You know, because they're all Asians. They're all
Right.
Asians, but like pick like place from the island, Fiji, and I would say Hawaii, but Hawaii is part of this country. But I'm talking about the Mediterranean islands like Fiji, and I don't know if that's Mediterranean.
New
Fiji,
Zealand is, how about New
yeah,
Zealand?
yeah. Well, all of they're brown skinned people. Uh, they wear the things on their head. The women wear the things on their head with the leis and all of that. You know,
Mhm.
those are the islanders. Those are the islanders. So
Okay.
hope that answered your question.
Yes.
So I want to say hello to all of you who are joining in with us. Warren, I don't know if you want to take care of that, what Warren is saying, Brian.
Uh, Warren says, I saw a sign in the dentist's office. You do not have to brush all your teeth, just the ones you want to keep.
That's funny.
Warren is really pumped up today, boy. That was a gut shot. That was a left hook to the chin.
I'll give, I'll give him a rim shot, but I'm bummed. Uh, Warren, if put it this way, Warren, that was a good one. But I put it this way: if you have to go around bearing those things for the rest of your life in your mouth, you want to take care of all of them. That's the way I look at it. Because I'm not gonna if something's gonna follow me around wherever I go, and I can't take them out unless somebody knocks them out, I'm gonna take care of all of them. But that was a good joke. That was a good one. I'm gonna take care of all of mine. And I hope that you guys do the same thing. Take care of all of yours too, just as well.
Absolutely.
Uh, so anyway, what's happening for the weekend for you?
Um, what's happening this weekend? Nothing really spectacular. I want to come up with a recipe
Oh,
um called
that's why I asked. I knew
yeah.
you were gonna
I
come up
want to
with
come up with a
something.
new one with the air fryer. I'm not going to use the smoker. The smoker is going to be used for May 23rd. That's a
Mhm,
big day. I want to have like at least 75 men in my house from our church and across the different ministries for a barbershop barbecue. When I say
mhm,
barbershop talk, okay?
mhm,
Have men from who had in their past going
mhm,
to talk like real men,
mhm,
Christian men, but they're going to talk real.
mhm,
No holds bar. Anything is said, anything goes, including the pastor,
mhm.
including the pastor. So yeah, that's gonna be
75,
fun.
75 men. So the 75 women has to stay home.
They have to stay home. They have to stay home. And whatever stays and whatever is talked about stays here. We don't tell the women. That's the idea. It's just like in the old days when you go to the barber shop, getting
Uh-huh.
your hair cut, and the guys are doing the, talking street talk and locker
Yeah.
room talk and saying this and that. As soon as a
Yeah.
woman comes in with their little child, everything stops. We have to we have to keep it down and keep it going. That's why I said whatever is said in the barbershop stays in the barbershop. And we used to have all kinds of people. We had men from the street, men in the church, we had preachers and everything, real men talk. And they and but we always take an oath. Is nothing that we're hiding anything from women, wives, anything. It's just what things that men go through. And men, we do hurt. We
Mhm.
do shed pain and tears and everything. Women
Mhm.
don't understand that.
Mhm.
So basically, this is a ministry where it's a barbecue where all men get together and just
Mhm.
bond together. And,
Yeah.
and so that's what we're going to be doing. And the theme of it is don't throw in the towel yet. Don't
Right.
throw, don't throw in the towel yet. There's always hope.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always good for men to bond every once in a while, and women do that too, women have their thing, men have their thing. Like you have, for instance, you have your man cave, right? That no one could get into unless you invite them in. You have your man cave. Your wife
Exactly.
has your wife has what they call the she shack that only women, provided she wants to invite in, no men.
Mhm.
Well, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna put an alarm on my man cave just in case if any woman, including my wife, if she try to come in there, the alarm will go off and everything. It will wherever I may be. I could be in New York. If my
Uh-huh.
alarm goes off in my man cave, then something will be said, for sure.
Is it going to be loud for the neighbors to hear?
It's gonna be loud, and she might and whoever try to come in will get a nice sensation feeling
Yeah.
like
Uh,
that.
I want to go over the Warren, and this is, I guess, this is your department. He's talking about the Kentucky Derby. Mint juleps, the drink of choice for the Kentucky Derby.
That's the name of the horse. Now, the
Oh,
Kentucky,
okay.
now
See?
the Kentucky Derby is three legs, is one of the three legs of the Triple Crown. You got the
Mhm.
Kentucky Derby, that's in Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky. Then you have the next one is the one in Maryland called the Preakness. That's going to be 2 weeks after, or yeah, 2 weeks after the Kentucky Derby, and then 2 weeks after the Preakness is the Belmont Stakes, which is in New York. So that's where you get the Triple Crown. It's very hard for a horse to win the Triple Crown. I do know a little bit about horse racing. The greatest horse of all time, is called Secretariat.
Yeah.
Secretariat won the Triple Crown in easily fashion. I believe in the Belmont States, the horse Secretariat won by 31, 33 lengths, and
Yeah.
is known as the greatest thoroughbred horse race of all time.
Yeah. Da, 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 da. It's post time.
Yeah,
I know that. It's post
yeah,
time.
that's right. That's right.
Okay, listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, the name of the show is called The Coffee Hour, and that's Brian Camp along with me. Look, Brian, it's great to have you do this show with me because it just loosens things up, and I
Oh,
really appreciate that. Just wanted to tell you that.
but we
But
also invite the people to conversate with us online, on whether it's on YouTube or Facebook. Your thoughts
that's
counts
right.
too. So it's just 60 minutes of conversation.
Yeah.
Um, we don't always agree on everything, which is the
No.
beauty of it.
Right.
But your thoughts count too. We
Yeah.
want you to be part of the show.
Yeah. See, uh, we Brian and I, we have thick skin. So I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna pack up all my marbles because Brian doesn't agree with me. I'm not gonna say, yeah, I'm not gonna go in the corner and cry. You're out of here. You're fired. Like a certain person I know. You're
Oh
out of
yeah.
here. You're fired. Um,
Hmm.
we just exchange ideas. That's all it is.
That's
Exchanging
all it
ideas,
is.
whether you agree or disagree.
That's
Um,
it.
and whether it's politics, whether it's sports, or whatever it is. Last night we talked about the Michael Jackson movie. If you want to talk about that a little later on, we could talk about that too.
Hmm.
Uh, he loved it. It was like I don't know, but we'll talk more about that, ladies. But listen, if you're going to join in conversation with us, and we hope that you do, please take the time out to give us a little weather report. So this way we can kind of like measure on what the weather's like here in New York compared to the weather in Charlotte and Greensboro, North Carolina, to the weather where you are. We kind of like take notes and compare them. And I just compared mine with the South weather, with the weather in the South, where Brian and Warren is. They got the clouds. I have the sun. We want to find out what it's like where you are. Now, those of you who live in the New York area, don't worry about it. I am going to take care of the local stuff. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do it right now, and hopefully, it's not going to be a bad weekend weather-wise. Not bad at all. It's 55 degrees. That's what we have at the moment. 55 degrees outside. When I walked out the house this morning to go to the gym, which was around 6 o'clock this morning, it was kind of chilly, but it's getting up there. We're going to get temperatures that go up high. As a matter of fact, the weather forecast for today, we've got plenty of sunshine. We'll have a high 64. That's the high for today. And winds will be west southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, we'll have partly cloudy skies early, and we'll give way to cloudy skies later on as the night progresses. And we'll have a low around 51 degrees. Winds will be southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. I look forward to Saturday as I always do, which is my favorite day of the weekend. It's going to be mostly cloudy. We'll have a high around 60 degrees, no rain in the forecast, and winds will be light and variable. Now, when they say cloudy, that doesn't mean the clouds are going to hide everything all day, because sometimes temperatures rise and the sun kind of takes his way out of the clouds occasionally. Saturday night will be cloudy skies early, then partly cloudy afternoon in the mid. We'll talk about midnight. Cloudy skies early, then partly cloudy after midnight. We'll have a low 46 degrees. Winds will be north northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And for Sunday, it gets better. Like I said, it's not a bad weekend. Sunday is going to be sunny along with a few clouds. We'll have a high around 60 degrees. Winds will be northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Repeating, our current temperature in New York City is 55 degrees. Let's go over to Brian Camp right now with the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update.
Yeah, well, we got some sports here. A couple for Major League Baseball. We got two managers fired within last last weekend in like a day and a half apart. First, it was the Boston Red Sox had fired Alex Cora, who's a World Series champion and World Series player, also champion too as well. His team is not getting off to a good start. The Red Sox are like not looking like themselves. They're in a division right now where the Yankees are playing, I guess, so-so ball, but the Yankees are in first place. The Red Sox are like 10 games under 500, give a give or take. And they fired their manager. The Philadelphia Phillies also fired their manager, um, Rob Thomas, who's been replaced by interim manager, former New York Yankee great Don Mattingly, just hours after Alex Cora was fired. Um, the Philadelphia Phillies wanted to go behind their back and hire Alex Cora, who's an excellent World Series manager, is a great manager, period. But that did not come through. Buster Olney, who's a Major League Baseball senior writer, said that the Red Sox has underperformed early this season, certainly, but this firing has shocked many people because not only did Alex Cora got fired, but all his coaches got relieved of their duties too. And how does a firing of one of the best managers in baseball changes anything? It's not going to make the team any better. When you fire a guy like Alex Cora, you better have somebody like Casey Stengel ready to step in. So, like I said, after an hour after the game was over, the Phillies tried to talk to um, Alex Cora about managing, but nothing has been set yet. So right now, Don Mattingly is the interim manager for the Philadelphia Phillies. In the NBA, remember I talked about scandal, gambling, cheating. Well, the dominoes are falling. Damon Jones become the first person to plead guilty on gambling charges, along with other 30 people as well too. He is due in court soon, supposed to be coming up soon. I don't know when, but the judge had said that he is going to view his case and expected to be serving 21 to 27 months in prison, involving poker games, organized crime, the mafia. I don't know which ethnic group, because in every ethnic group there's a mafia, there's organized crime. Games are being fixed. Horse racing has been being fixed. So, you just don't know. So when you bet, you just don't know who's being paid off. Everybody gets approached. Every athlete, basketball, baseball, football, they all get approached. And when you get approached like that, it's best to tell you, you better not get caught. So right now, we don't know when sentences is going to be made, but it's going to be coming soon, and maybe some others will be falling behind as well. The NCAA is going to do is expand the 76 teams pending on a vote with the men and women. Sources indicated mid-May as a potential timeline for this announcement. So that announcement may be coming soon, but they have to have a vote first. Um, the sides were in the final steps of the media contracts per sources, but they have not been signed yet. Once the contracts are completed, the NCAA would also need approval from various committees that include the men's and women's basketball committees, um, men's and women's basketball oversight committees, the Division One cabinet, and the Division One board of governors. So here we are. It's going to expand. They should just leave it the way it is. Leave it at 64. They now got it at 68. Now they're trying to expand it more. I mean, that means, for example, what's going to happen now? You're going to get a team like the School of Marymount something, or in Irvine, California, never heard of them, are going to be in playing for the tournament, while a team like a 10th rate Division One team will not be able to participate. So it's all about the money. It's all about the money. This day in sports, May 1st, 1901, the Chicago White Sox and Herb McFarland hits his first Grand Slam home run in American League history. 1920, Babe Ruth records his first home run for the New York Yankees versus the team he played for, the Boston Red Sox. 1925, future Hall of Fame catcher Jimmy Fox makes his debut. Seven is on seven. Blah, 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 excuse me. It was part of 17 years in the making. 1926, Satchel Paige, remember him? Hall of Fame pitcher, 19 years old, debuts in the Negro Southern League. 1951, Mickey Mantle hits his first career home run in an 8-3 win over the Chicago White Sox. 1981, Billie Jean King, remember her? Tennis great, acknowledged her relationship with Marilyn Bennett. She came out, and that opened doors for people for same sex who wanted to get married and have a relationship. 1991, Ricky Henderson steals the all-time Major League Baseball record of 939 bases versus the New York Yankees. 1991, Nolan Ryan pitches Major League Baseball's seventh no-hitter, the oldest to throw a no-hitter, and that's a record that nobody has come near to break. 1992, the LA Dodgers postponed three Major League Baseball games due to racial riots. That's when Rodney King was being beat on national TV in a video that was shown to the nation and around the world too. 1992, Ricky Henderson again steals 1,000 Major League career stolen bases. 2000, Barry Bonds is the first Major League player to hit a home run in San Francisco Bay. That's a beautiful stadium. If you ever go there to watch my San Francisco Giants, but that's a beautiful stadium. It's gorgeous. And you see the bay in the Bay Area. You even see Alcatraz. You've ever been to San Francisco, you got to see Alcatraz from a distance. You don't want to go in there into the prison, but you want to just take a nice picture. You see the Golden Gate Bridge, beautiful city. When you get a chance, just try to go. And in 2004, Barry Bonds sets a major league record for being intentionally walked four times in a nine-inning game. Birthdays on this day, 1907, Kate Smith, radio star, singer, God Bless America for the Philadelphia Flyers. 1959, Eddie Johnson, NBA guard forward, 1989, Sixth Man of the Year award, was born in Chicago, Illinois. In 1973, Curtis Martin, NFL running back, Hall of Fame for the New England Patriots and the New York Jets, was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And ladies and gentlemen, that is sports. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
I had my microphone off.
I know.
People on Facebook, they heard what I said, so I'm going to start all over.
Okay.
I've never been to the Giants Stadium. I'm talking about the present stadium. Neither Candlestick Park as well. That's where Willie Mays played. That was the house that Willie built, Candlestick Park.
That's right.
But watching it on TV, I could see that it's beautiful. They have what they call, when the baseball plays, they hit a home run. If it goes into that water, it's called a splash home run. I love seeing. I love seeing that. And actually, people are with their little kayaks and canoes out there watching the game in the water. Do they pay for that?
I don't know if they pay for it, but I think when you're in the Bay, you're
You can
allowed to
actually
go
see
in
the
there.
game. They could
Huh?
actually see the game.
You can actually see the game. You'll also hear the game too on the radio
Yeah,
because they got the TV and the radio. And somebody hits a home run, the people that's in the Bay Area that's trying to get
yeah,
the ball, they know
yeah,
that the ball is coming soon,
yeah,
or may not. Sometimes they may stay there for the whole game and no home runs are being hit, but
yeah.
that's what they want.
But they still get to watch the game because they could actually see inside.
That's right.
That's
Right.
Well, something. I when I was a kid in New York, I used to go to Yankee Stadium. Yankee Stadium back then was cheap. The seats were cheap. The box seats, as they call them back in those days, were like $8. The next level, which they call the reserve seats, were like $250, and then you had the grandstand for $150. And
That's
then,
right.
if you didn't really have a lot of money, you could sit in the bleachers, which was 75 cents. And if you were really, really broke, all you had to do is get on the train, get on the side of the platform where you could see the stadium and you could watch the game from the L.
Or better yet, if you at a game at Shea Stadium, the old number seven line, you could
Yeah,
after like around the seventh inning when
yeah,
you inch your way down there to the box seats,
yeah.
nobody's there, it's empty. The usher's there. You wait for the usher to leave to walk away, and you just go right down to the box seats and watch
We
the
used
game right up close.
we used to do that too when I was a
Yeah.
kid.
Yep.
When you see some empty seats down there and you just
That's
inch
right.
your way, but you did it. You did it discreetly. You did it little by little. I go down here, and then I'll go down, and then you go to the next level. If there were empty seats, you go there until you get down to the box seats.
That's
But if
right.
you got thrown out of the box seats, I don't know. You had to go right back up where you started.
Yeah.
You It was fun. It
It
was
was
fun.
fun. It was fun.
It
It
was
was
fun.
fun. Hmm.
Okay, thanks for the sports. Mary from Brooklyn, New York, Mary Reed from Brooklyn, New York is watching us on YouTube. And Mary just says good morning to the both of us. Mary says, I'm not going to, I'm not going to be on with you clowns for long. So have an awesome weekend. She didn't say clowns.
She didn't
She
say
didn't.
clowns. No, she didn't say clowns. No, she did not say clowns. You see, Mary, don't listen to him. He's trying to get you in trouble. No, I'm watching. Mary, listen, we appreciate any time that you give us any time, whether it's a short period of time. At least you came in and just to say hi, and we just say thank you. If you have to go, you have to go, but enjoy your weekend.
Yeah. No, we appreciate her. I appreciate her. She comes out, she checks in, and that's a good thing. And I always say that if you can't stay with us for a whole hour, whatever time that you can spend with us, we appreciate that. We really do. Uh,
Mhm.
okay, so there you have the world of sports. And for you Yankee fans like myself, the Yankees, if you want to watch the Yankees, they're playing tonight. They were off last night, but they're playing tonight at 7:05 Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time. And you could watch them. You have to check your local listings where you are. You have to watch them. And they're going to be playing the Baltimore Orioles. They're going to be playing live at Yankee Stadium. So I'm going to be looking forward to that. I'm going to get everything out of the way today. So by the time the Yankees come on this evening, I'll be ready for them. Go Yankees. Right now, what did I say last night? They were 20-11 so far.
Hmm.
20-11.
Yeah,
I'm
they're doing
proud of
good.
them. But like I said, I'm
They're doing
enjoying them.
good. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we're only in the first day of May, so still
Yeah.
early. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm enjoying the moment and just relaxing. I know, Mary, I know you didn't say that. I was just yanking a chain. I know. See, she came back. But I, I didn't think she was going to come back with it. I was just yanking a chain. She knows that. She knows that. We just like to have fun around here. We just. I'm sorry we did it at your expense, but thank you, and you're a good sport, Mary. Very good sport. Yeah, so if you just join the rest of you just joining us wherever you're watching, you can watch us on YouTube like Mary's watching us. You can watch us on Facebook if you're there right now. And of course, this is what I want you to do is tell your family and friends about the show as well. Now, here's one of the things that you can do. We ate up a lot of time in the show, but we still have a little time left. And what you can do right now, we really would appreciate that if you can cut and paste the platform that you're watching us on, be it Facebook, be it YouTube, cut and paste the platform and send it to your friends. All right. You can do that right now. The show is not over. They can get part of the action too. And they'll see that coming from you. They'll click onto it and brings them right to us. We want to see everyone here. The more the merrier. If they like what they see, if they like what they hear, of course, they'll come back again and again. So there you go. Brian, Warren has a sports message there.
Yeah, yeah, I did not talk about the NBA because I'm trying to move it along. But if you New York fans should be so delighted to see what they did to the Atlanta Hawks. I mean, the score doesn't even indicate what the final score was. It was a close game or not. The Knicks were up by 50, maybe more than 50 points at one time. I know it was 72 to 22 at one time. This was game 6 of the NBA Eastern Conference round one game, and the Knicks just annihilated the Hawks. They were so beaten up, so embarrassed. I mean, it was just unbelievable. The Knicks put on a great show. I mean, you know, some tension occurred. There was a little fighting. A couple of players got ejected. That's out of frustration, and
Mhm.
maybe the Knicks was just pouring on too much. But yeah, so yeah, the Knicks move on, and the Lakers, they got to win tonight. If not, the pressure's on is coming right back on them. The Lakers could clinch tonight um, for to go into the next round. So plenty of sports coming up this weekend. Make sure you stay tuned.
Okay, I'm not sure what time the Lakers come on. and maybe I have to go back and forth on the TV, which I normally do. If I watch one thing, I have to go in between three different events. I've got wrestling, and I got the Yankees. What time do you know what time the Knicks are playing tonight? I mean, not the Knicks, the Lakers.
The Lakers have no, I don't have the exact time, but it's going to be more than one game. You know, sometimes your TV will give you, depending on what your carrier. I have YouTube TV where you can
Uh-huh.
see four shows in one box, and you could
Hmm.
just watch. You know, sometimes they're all games, sometimes it's games and the news. But there's various boxes where you could just watch the games and you could just sit back and just act like you have four TVs right in front of you. And if
Yeah.
you wanted to hear the one that's being played, you just click on that one, and
Hmm.
there you go.
Yeah. Well, it used to be a time when I used to be stable in one game, but now, there's so many things happening, and I got to keep going back and forth from one channel to the other to see
Mhm.
who's doing what. Sometimes, like when I'm watching baseball, when wrestling, if it doesn't compete with wrestling, if I'm watching baseball, then I go watch the Yankees. That's my first priority. Watch the Yankees, and I flip over. If San Francisco is playing, I flip over to them, and I flip over to the A's. I've been watching the A's a lot too. I've been
Yeah.
watching a lot of big games as well too.
But I got to
So
ask you a question though.
uh,
If it came down to wrestling, and we know how much you love wrestling, you got
yeah,
me off the phone plenty of times, and the Yankees,
see, I knew you were going to go there. I knew you were going to go there. That's why I say I flip. I keep flipping because I don't want to miss any of it.
oh, you
Uh,
flip all right. You flipped on me a couple of times. I got to get off the phone, you know. Yeah, come on, Warren. I told you he does this. He do this all the time. He'll cut our conversation short so he could get to Monday Raw. Don't Monday is his night. Oh boy, you gotta when you get to him, you gotta get to him in the day, and by a certain time, that 8 o'clock area, you better say what you got to say because next thing you know, you're gonna get a click.
no, but I can't. Don't make me choose between what you just said, the Yankees and wrestling. Don't make me choose. Don't make me do that. Oh, I'll put it this way to you: if the Yankees are doing bad and they frustrate me, I won't turn them off completely, but I'll put more emphasis on the wrestling match than I will.
Oh
And
boy.
and when the women start to wrestle, then
Oh, it's
that's
a
why.
wrap. It's a wrap. Oh yeah. Bum, 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 bum.
Who do we have? Lola Vice, Alexa Bliss, Warren. You know these guys, right? See, Warren's son is a big wrestling fan too, so he knows as much as I do about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what do they call sports talk? Okay, we're finished with sports for the time being. Let's go on to other things, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, by the way, to the coffee hour once again. Nedra Tally Ross, a singer who was the last surviving member of the iconic group the Ronettes, has died. With her cousins Ronnie Spector and Estelle Bennett, Tally Ross formed the Ronettes in 1957. A group of girls from New York, Washington Heights. They put out their debut album presenting the fabulous Ronettes back in 1964. Estelle Bennett died in 2009 at 67 from colon cancer. Ronnie Spector died in 2022 at 78 after a battle of cancer. And Tally Ross was 80 years old. The king of pop is now the king of the box office. Michael Antoine Fuqua, that's his jukebox musical biopic of Michael Jackson, which we talked about. And we'll talk about that more if you like, Brian. They did what they said they were going to do. They secured the top spot both domestically and globally in its premiere on last weekend. The film starring Jackson's nephew, Jafar Jackson, scored $97 million domestically and $217.3 million globally per box office tracker ComScore. That's the biggest ever globe a global open for the musical biopic. And this figure represents leaps and bounds gains of Michael's closest competitors, the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which up until now has been unstoppable force for the box office. Jimmy Kimmel is facing renewed calls for his firing after a controversial joke calling Melania Trump an expectant widow. The comic has been facing backlash for jokingly saying that Melania Trump, the first lady, was glowing like a expectant widow on last Thursday's Jimmy Kimmel program. That's Jimmy Kimmel Live, prior to the shooting at the White House Correspondents Association dinner. And after Saturday night shooting, some of the Kimmel's critics resurfaced his jokes and accused him of promoting political violence. Doesn't that sound familiar? And doesn't the pot call the kettle black? Two TV icons will be coming together this holiday season. Mario Lopez and Tony Danza are teaming up for a multi-generational Christmas movie called Christmas at the Starlight, which will premiere on Great America Family later this year. And Mario's son, Dominic Lopez, will be joining them. Mario is the executive producer of the film, and Dominic, his son, who's 12 years old, he plays Tony Danza's character, Frank's son and grandson, respectively. Nathan Chasing Horse, that's his name. He's an actor, and he has been sentenced to life in a prison for sexually assaulting Indigenous women and girls. A Nevada judge gave the actor his sentence Monday. A jury had previously convicted him of 13 charges, mostly related to sexual assault, and he was accused by 3 women, including one who was 14 years old when the assaults began. And he was acquitted on I guess, some charges. He was, on some of the charges, not all of them. The accusers of his families told Judge Jessica Peterson they would continue to suffer from the trauma caused by Chasing Horse and the struggle with his faith after he exploited his position as spiritual leader. Birthdays today. Country singer Tim McGraw is 59 years old. Singer Ray Parker Jr. is 72 years old. Singer Rita Coolidge is 81. And TV anchor, the late Max Robinson, would have been 87. Singer Judy Collins is 87 today. Jazz musician, the late Shirley Horn, would have been 92. Pop and country singer Sonny James would have been 98. Astronaut Scott Carpenter would have been 101. R&B singer Big Maybell would have been 102. Actor and TV show host and the original host of Jeopardy, Art Fleming, would have been 102. TV host Jack Parr would have been 108. Actor Glenn Ford would have been 110. Comedian Louis Nye would have been 113. And you already mentioned this, Brian, that Kate Smith celebrated a birthday. She would have been 119 years old. So happy birthday to all of them. The ones who are living now, who are giving us so much joy, even now as we speak. And we congratulate you and happy birthday to you. And even the ones who are no longer with us, we celebrate you because you left us such a legacy, and we will continue to celebrate you when your birthday comes around each year. So happy birthday to all. And if you're celebrating a birthday anytime soon, we would like to know about it so we could tell it to the whole wide world. Even tell them how old you are. Just drop us a line. You can email us or you can phone us. I'll give you the email address first. The email address is frankallenprod@aol.com. That's frankallenprod@aol.com. Telephone number is 641-715-3900, extension 467134. That's 641-715-3900, extension 467134. Keep all of this information in your electronic devices, your computers, whether it's laptop, desktop, your tablet, or your cell phone. Keep it in there so if one doesn't make it, you have something to lean forward to. So let me give you that email address once again. Email address is Frank Allan. Allan is spelled Allan, Prod is PROD. That's short for productions. That's Frank Allen Prod at AOL.com. Frank Allen Prod at AOL.com. Telephone number 641-715-3900, extension 467-134. That's 641-715-3900, extension 467-134. I have these Turner Classic Movies, but I only have one this week. So let me tell you about it. It's from 1955. It's called I'll Cry Tomorrow, starring Susan Hayward, Richard Conte, and Eddie Albert. That's Turner Classic Movies at Sunday at 5:45 p.m. That's a great movie. It's a black and white movie. It's a movie about Susan Hayward playing an alcoholic. But you have to check out the movie for yourself. It's called I'll Cry Tomorrow. And here's something I want to suggest once again. I did it before. I want to do it again. It's called Thrash. It's a movie you can find on Netflix starring Phoebe Dynevor and Whitney Peak. It's a wonderful movie. If you like Jaws or some movies that's related to something like that, Sharks and all of that, this is a great movie. It keeps you at the edge of your seat, called Thrash. So let me repeat these movies once again. I'll Cry Tomorrow, Susan Hayward, Richard Conte, and Eddie Albert, Turner Classic Movies at Sunday at 5:45 p.m. And Thrash with Phoebe Dynevor and Wendy Peak. That's on Netflix. Well, Brian, we got a few minutes in the show, but we talked last night, and we're going to move on because we talked about, and a lot of people would like to know, we could start it off with this about the Civil Rights Act being gutted by the Supreme Court that happened on Wednesday. And this is something that we fought for many years. It was put into place in 1964. And Brian, you're a history buff, so you want to jump on that, and we can jump into other things that go along with it.
Well, I'm not a history buff, but before we go on, Mary says, long as you smile, you will never get wrinkles. We got those TV with multiple screens on one TV, and one day it's going to happen. Let's go, ladies, challenge the men. We got muscles too. She's talking about the basketball thing, and she says, have a good weekend, have a safe weekend. You too, Mary. Thank you so much.
You see her, that's coming on YouTube, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you're watching both YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah, I got three monitors. I got to see
good.
what Warren,
That's what I would love.
in case if Warren has something to say, or Mary has something to say, or anybody else has something to
That's
say.
what I would like you to do each week if you possibly can.
Well, if I'm not home, I can't.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Okay. I see. I got you. Good.
But yeah, I want to talk about this Reconstruction thing. Listen, before our very own eyes, the Voters' Right Act is being dismantled in front of us, slowly but surely. This administration started this in his first term, lost his bid for re-election, and then he won again in 2024. He's trying to do what he has set out to do. If you don't vote, we're going to go back to the laws of Jim Crow. We will fail our ancestors. The Reconstruction started in 1964 when they signed the Civil Rights Act, and the following year was the Voters Act. The Republicans today were the Democrats of yesterday. So this was a big thing. You know, I'll tell you a little history of it. Lyndon Johnson became president after the assassination of John F. Kennedy. It was been put on the table for the Civil Rights, the Voters Act. He had no choice. He felt pressure. In order for him to get reelected, he had to cross over the parties to become a Democrat. Democrats created slavery. If you want to be real about it, the Democrats started slavery. Abraham Lincoln, he freed the slaves, but that was not his intent. His intent was not to free the slaves. And that's what I've been telling people. His intent was to keep the North and South together, was to keep the Union together, to free the slaves that was thrown in as part of the agreement. Black slaves fought in the Civil War to gain their freedom. It took them, after the war was over, it took additional couple of years or so for to make it official because the last state to find out that slavery was over was in Galveston, Texas. Now, is there anybody out there that know more about this, about the Civil War? Please join in and tell me, am I right? Am I wrong? Roland Martin made this case many years ago when Donald Trump became president for the first time. He warned us they are going to attack the Civil Rights Act and the Voters' Right Act. You have to understand how important this is. My father was in World War II. When he came home, he was mistreated. Couldn't even, just like so many black soldiers, they could not eat in restaurants. They could not. They've taken away our rights, not only for blacks, but people of color, Latinos, people, brown people. They're taking over. If we don't stop this administration, we're gonna go back and for our ancestors who fought hard, who shed their blood, who gave their life, we failed them in vain.
I don't know if we're talking until we blue in the face, and that's impossible. But the only thing this guy, only thing that this guy is concentrating on, he's putting his whole focus on not this war, not anything else that's positive, that we can get some kind of relief from this war. Not even about that. You know what it's about? A ballroom. A ballroom.
Mhm.
And he said it was like 100. It took 150 years. The presidents wanted this like for about 150 years. How does he know that? How does he know that? So this is his concentration, the ballroom. His concentration is not about. There are a lot of people who are making choices between driving their cars and eating, because driving your car, you have to have gas, and what's the price of gas these days, depending on where you go.
Oh
Uh,
my goodness.
yeah, I remember you were telling me you almost pay almost something like $60 to fill up.
That's right.
Telling me that one time.
Yes.
Uh, I was listening to a couple of people on MS Now. One said they paid $90 to fill up. The other paid $70 to fill up. You
Yeah.
know, and in the meantime, he's saying there's gasoline prices at $1.99. Well, I wonder where that is. $1.99. I
Long time
mean,
ago.
this whole, and the war is not helping out either, because the war is affecting a lot of things. Food prices, as we always see, airports or airlines are sky high. Fare prices are sky high. They have to survive too. They have to have gas, their fuel, their diesel fuel or whatever they use to get the planes going. And the only thing he could think about is a ballroom.
A ballroom. A
And
ballroom.
if you say anything against that, he's going to have you fired. Take a case in point, Jimmy Kimmel. He's the second time around with this guy. He wants
And
Jimmy
what ab-
Kimmel fired.
and what about the former FBI
Jim Comey.
yeah.
Jim Comey with that's over a seashell with 8647. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I first saw it, 8647, I had no idea what that meant
I didn't know
until
what it was either.
I didn't know what that meant. They say 86 is some kind of code for destroying or killing.
Yeah. Never
And
heard
then
it.
I never heard that. And then they put the number four. It was 8647, 47 for his number.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then, let me make this last point. I know we're getting on soon. When Warren says stay safe, Trump only beat women in his election. Yeah, he's 2-0. But these assassinations that he went through, the first two were the people that attempted his assassination were Republicans. This last one last week was an independent. But yet the Republicans are blaming the Democrats for this.
Always, always, because that's the only thing they can come up with. And that cornball that they did, I don't know if you've seen those hearings yesterday with Pete Cedric. That's an idiot. He's an idiot. He's a well, they said he stopped drinking, but I don't know. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, the bottom line is go out and vote. Go out and vote. Midterms are coming up. Go out and vote. Let's get this over with. It should have been over
And
with.
get his ass out of here. Get his ass out of here.
And don't come back. Don't come back. You son of a gun. You mother flipper, as Warren would say. Brian, thanks a lot. We'll be back here coming on next week. We'll see you on the Talkback Live. How about that? Check you out.
Take care. Enjoy.
And for the rest of you guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being along. We'll be back here, as I said, next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern for Talkback Live. Brian Kemp with the latest developments in today's world of sports and more, because he's my co-host. And then we'll come back here next Friday at 10 a.m. for more of the coffee hour. We look forward to seeing you then. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a great day and a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you soon. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
You've been watching The Coffee Hour with your host Frank Allan. The producer has been Al Dale. Technical assistant Dave Taylor. Research by Sandy Pierce. And I'm your announcer Donna Stenke. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on The Coffee Hour.